Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sadie and today I am reviewing the Beautybay Bright Mattes palette. I know, I'm so far behind with this palette. This came out ages ago and I mean like, this is such a late review on it, but I thought I'd give it a go. Ignore this, I'm an absolute mess. I'm brushing my hair at CBA. It's nearly 11:30 at night and I'm gonna have to try and get all this off my face. So if you like the way I've done this look, then keep on watching. I think we know the drill. I've gone in with P. Louise Rumour Base. I still don't know if this is actually good. Sounds really bad, but like I did order another one because the thing is I used to love my Urban Decay primer potion and it's quite drying because it's made for oily eyelids, but I just don't know. I mean I like it. I mean the shadows perform, but I don't know if I go on like a night out or anything with it. Like I know my Urban Decay's like trusty like stays on my eyes for like 24 hours where I don't know, if I'm just using it just to use it. Alright, I took a Morphe R39 and I took the shade Hello Sunshine, which is the lighter sort of neon yellow, and it doesn't want to focus anyway, but if you have the palette you know which one it is. There we are. And I basically, this is done like really quite scruffily. It's the glitter where I really concentrated more on, and I'm literally just going to chuck this in my inner corner part of my eye. Down here a bit more. With this yellow, even though it's bright, it's not like, it looks really bright on the camera, but actually it's quite muted. I feel like if you have yellows, you know that once it goes onto like an eye primer, it sort of dims that down a little bit. I then took a Spectrum B06 and the shade Heatwave, which is the brightest orange, and I basically popped it next to it. Literally sort of like the same areas into my crease. Just placing it down for now more than anything. So how is everyone? I hope everyone is well. Anything new? Anything interesting? I mean like life isn't very interesting at the moment, is it? It's actually boring as shit. I've been working as per usual, so I'm tired. That's literally it. Do you know what? I was sick about doing like vlogs and that, but I literally don't have a life, so what do? Like, I literally go to work, come home, sleep and eat. That's literally all I do. Then I took Then I'm taking a Zoeva Luxe Crease Brush and I'm taking the shade Hot Stuff, which is the bright red. And exactly the same, just placing it right next to it. Now, I will say with this red, this isn't the best red I've ever used. I think it's quite dim actually. I think the one in the Nikki Tutorials palette is much better than this. I didn't want to do like, I mean now it looks really extra, but it's quite a simple look for me. I didn't want to do anything crazy. This is my first time using the palette, and I, you know, because I'm doing this late at night, I didn't fancy doing like an extravagant look. I've actually done this look before, but not on YouTube. So when I first started with Urban Decay, obviously they had their heavy metal glitter liners out anyway, but that June, so I started in April, is they brought out their Sparkle Out Loud range, so obviously it was with LGBTQ community. And they brought out like different colours like Stonewall and stuff like that, and I created this look sort of like on counter art. I'll insert a picture here so you can actually see what I've done, and I thought I'd just revamp it, and I really fancied just throwing fuck tons of glitter on my face tonight. And then took another Spectrum brush, oh my god, B07 brush, and I took the shades Cosmopolitan and Make Them Wink, sort of just mixed together to create a nice brighter pink. And exactly the same, just literally added it on. I then took another Spectrum A07 brush. This is a bit more of a flat, denser brush, and I took the shade Purple Power, and I sort of created that sort of diagonal shape with this one. So we're going to link it down to the bottom as well. Does anyone else have this palette? I know it's like some people's like ride or die colour palette. This might sound mean, but it is coming off just like a basic colour palette. I don't see really, sorry, I like bobbing my nose, anything like spectacular with it than like I have other shadows. So basically I'm just going to redo the front steps just to intensify everything. This is where I'm just going to blend a little bit better at the top with some of these as well. A lot of this is back and forth, by the way, so don't panic. Like, you sort of really do have to like blend the edges out a lot. I mean, I'm going to cover it all up with fucking glitter anyway, aren't I? Okay then, with a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer, I'm taking the shade, can't remember, Sweet Tooth, which is more of a pastel, where I'm going to blend out that pink shade, just so it looks a little bit better, and why isn't my camera focusing? See how it just has a little bit more of a nicer blend. Okay, then I'm taking a Estee Lauder blend brush, which is just a really nice fluffy crease brush. And I'm taking the shade Live for Lavender, which is the pastel purple, where I'm going to blend this out here. So there's not actually anything like really careful, I'm just going to go in for it. Okay, I went a bit heavy on that side, never mind. I will admit this purple's quite patchy, but it's not terrible, but I had a feeling this would be patchy just from my experience with the Book of Magic palette, where I didn't actually like it, the purple in that one. And the Sunset Horizon palette, I don't think the purples are very good with Beautybay. But it's doable, you know what I mean? It's not terrible. So then I went in with blue. Oh my god, I can't speak. I went with Bobbling Along. This is a new By Nature brush. It's a like smudger brush. Yeah. And I put this basically in the middle. So I'm not being very careful with it. It's going to be covered anyway. I then took a Morphe S20 and I went in with the shade Granny Apple, was it? No, Granny Smith, sorry. And I basically put this in the inner corner part. Then I took a Zoeva Luxe Petite brush and I took the shade Paradise and I'm going to blend that blue out. I have a bit more of a... Oh, I went way heavy on this side. A bit more of a pastel moment. And using the same brush I took the Slice of Lime for the green. Just going to put a little bit more purple there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I went a little bit higher on this side than that side, but it's alright. So I do apologise, they are expensive. I use a lot of these. As you all know, I basically own every single... Oh, look how pretty that is. Let me do it again. Ooh. A lot of the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter liners, they are £18 each, but they are totally fucking worth it. I know Collection do dupes, they don't do a lot of colours, but they do dupes of it. So the first shade I'm going to take is Distortion, and I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. These are better with a second coat round, so let one coat dry and then go on with another one, because then it intensifies a lot better. It has something more to grip to. I do have quite a bit of fallout as well, just to let you know, from these shadows. But not a lot, I've had worse. Okay, so there's one little coat on. Then taking the shade Gold Mine for the yellow. And I'm basically going to pop this, or would I put the yellow? With these you have to be very careful because it's a very fine point. They're quite harsh, so as you can see the line I've done, it like sort of moves the eyeshadow. So just go really lightly with it. It's like you have to separate them really well. And yes, I do got my crease as well, but I'm going very light-handed the closer I get to the top, so it's a little bit more dispersed. And it doesn't disturb the foundation too much. Okay, so that's the yellow. Just remember, the more I go into my lid, I need to try to remember to keep my eyes closed. It will sort of crease when it's wet. You have to really dry it down. So when I do the whole lid, I'll keep my eyes closed and I'll literally dry it down until, like, you know, I can open my eyes and then it's fine. So for the orange, I went in with Volume. Volume is more pink, but it still has an orangey tone. Like, they don't have an orange. They've got Starfire, but it's too bronze. So, and I think it worked well anyway, so it's fine. So I put Volume on the orange. So with the glitter liners as well, some of them don't have like a base colour and some of them do. Like the shade Stonewall and Catcall, you'll see in a second, have more of a base colour to them. So you have to be careful when you put them on top of an eyeshadow because that base colour really stands out. Okay, so like I said, this is where you're going to see it change a little bit. So this is the shade Stonewall, which is the red. I'm going to pop that on the red area. Can you just see that instantly? Like, it will show up underneath, but it's fine. Like I said, once we go in with that second coat, it blends a little bit better. Then for the pink, I took the shade Catcall, which you can't really see. And just to blend that pink out a little bit better, I'm taking the shade Grind, which is a very light pink, and I'm going to blend that out with this one. I did take the shade AC/DC, but just on the very outer corner part of this. This is quite dried up. Literally like here. Cool. So like I said, I'm just going to add another layer of all those colours on again, and then I'll do the bottom. Okay, so now that the top is dry, I then took the shade Studio, which is a bit more of a lighter purple, and I popped this on the outer corner part underneath. Then for the blue, I took the shade Gamma Ray. Was it Gamma Ray? Yeah, and popped it over the blue. This is going to be a bitch to take off, and my face is going to be covered in glitter. And then the last shade I took, which was Stage Dive, which is this beautiful green, I'm going to put on the green. Cool, so I'll let that dry and I'll do another layer underneath. And what I did is that I actually used a bit more distortion in the inner corner and like added it into that green, because distortion has this beautiful like green reflect, and it like really brightens it and makes it look really fucking like mermaid. Okay then, so for my waterline, I took the Barry M High Vis liner, and oh my god, eyeliner in glow stick. I absolutely adore these. These are better when you do a second coat, so do the first coat, let it dry, and then do another second layer. While I wait for that to just dry down a little bit, I'm just going to pop a very thin line of black liner on. And some mascara. Okay, so I'm just going to do that second layer. Alright, so that's literally like me done. I'm going to put my lashes on, which are my Be Extreme ones, and I'm going to do my base to everything, and I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts. So there we have it guys, here's the finished look. Ignore the hair, it's not being brushed, but I think I actually really like it. I need to do stuff for my hair, but I absolutely hate doing stuff for my hair. It's way too long for me to deal with, and I've never been good at styling my hair anyway. So yeah, here's the finished look. Using Birthday Suit, Floor Liquid lipstick, got Gag Me on, like exactly the same what I normally wear my Urban Decay foundation. Same old basically. Okay, final thoughts on the Beautybay Bright Smart palette. Is it anything spectacular? For first impressions, no. But for the price, 100%. I think these are £23 full price, and I think I picked like when it was Black Friday sales, I picked it up for like £10. I can't even remember how many shades you get in this. Is it 42 shades? Yeah, I think it's 42 shades. For £23 for 42 shades, I mean, you can't fault it. Some of the shades were absolutely beautiful. Some of them were a little bit lackluster for me. Like I said, the red I found was way much better in the Nikkie Tutorials. Oh my god, I can't speak. The Nikkie Tutorials palette than this one. But I'm definitely going to give this more of a go. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't really delved into it, but I don't know. It's just not a palette I think that's actually going to scream to me. But for looks like this, I think it will. So yeah, I'm going to keep on playing with this palette, and I think I'll update you and try and do some more looks with this. A little bit more creative than what I've actually done today. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget, I do have a giveaway running with the Sunset Horizon palette by Beautybay. I'm giving one at, oh my god, I'm giving one of those away when I hit 900 subscribers, so I will link up below that video that you have to comment on to enter, and you also have to subscribe to my channel. So yeah, so once again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.